So you just wrapped up training for months on end and ran your big race of the fall. Congratulations. You've gotten to the other side. You're officially in winter training now. But what do you do? What do you do after your fall marathon or half marathon, after your big race is over? Should you keep running? Should you take time off? That's what I want to dig into a bit today and share about why I see the importance of taking a significant amount of time off after your big race, and then when to get back into serious training for the spring. So, I'm going to speak in the terms of two main seasons, and most marathoners follow this kind of a cycle. So, we have the spring marathon and the fall marathon. Those are the two big races of the year that many adult distance runners train for. And right now, at time of recording, it's mid-November. Many of you have just wrapped up your fall marathon or very close to that point and have anywhere from a few weeks to a month or two to either take off or just have some fun with your running. So, I think the first thing you want to do after you've finished your big race, your fall marathon, is seriously take some time off. I always recommend 2 full weeks off of no running at all to all my athletes, and I do this myself after our fall marathon. You wanna force yourself to take that 2 weeks off, even if you really don't want to. It's super helpful, both mentally and physically, to spend planned time off away from running. Training for a marathon takes 16 weeks, 20 weeks, 4 or 5 months of focused, dedicated training where you get out there every day, whether you want to or not, to chase this goal. And it should be fun, and it is fun. But when you're done with that, when you've run the race, whether you accomplished your goal on race day or not, it's so valuable, again, both mentally to take a break and physically to take a break as well. Allow yourself to detrain. You lose a little bit of fitness, but you rest and you recover. So when you get back to it after 2 weeks off, you're healthy and physically able to build back up, and you'll reach a higher point than you reached the season before because you allowed yourself to rest and recover. You hedged against getting hurt by doing so. And most of the fitness that you earned in the last season will carry over. You want to take that break for mental benefit as well. I really don't think it's that healthy to be training hard year round, either physically or mentally. I think it is good to take the break, even if you don't want to. You don't want to lose your passion or love for running. And if you train hard year round, never take time off, never plan time off, you could burn out. So take the time off, take 2 weeks off. By the end of that 2 weeks, you'll be excited, eager, and ready to run again. So even if it sucks in the moment and you don't want to do it, take the time off. It's worth it in so many ways. You'll be a better athlete for it. Good runners take time off. You don't want to be someone who just tries to go hard all the time. You can't do it. And then, when you've had some time removed from running, you can start to think about what your goals are going to be for the next season. Maybe you already know that. Maybe you're not sure. I'd encourage you to take your time and not rush into any decisions. Reflect on what went well in the season before Jot down some ideas for what you want to change in the season ahead. And pick some new goals, personal goals, as well as events that you're interested in doing that'll motivate you, and sign up for those events. Have something on the calendar, have a date you're working towards. If you don't have anything on the calendar, it's often really hard to get out there and motivate yourself to do even the slightest bit of running. So, when should you get back into it with, full on training? So, if you're training for a March race, a marathon or a half marathon, one of my athletes is doing the LA Los Angeles Marathon in March. So he's going to want to get started training pretty much right away again, like in November. There's not a huge amount of downtime for him. If you're training for an April marathon or half marathon, for example, the Boston Marathon, that's what I'll be training for. You want to get started again in mid to late December. Or if you have a pretty good base and you're just maintaining that, you could wait until the new year. But mid to late December is kind of when you want to get started running again. And then if you're training for a May marathon or a May half marathon, one of my athletes is going to be doing the Buffalo, New York one. She doesn't really need to get started with focused training until later in January. So whatever your goal race is, you can back off of that 16 to 20 weeks, and that's about when you're going to want to get started. In the meantime, you want to focus on resting, recovering, slowly starting to build back up your base, and having fun. November, December are great times to just go out and do races for fun. Things like a Thanksgiving turkey trot or a Christmas race, a costume race, or ugly sweater race, something like that. If you're into that kind of thing, it can be a lot of fun. But in these winter months between your fall marathon and before your spring season really gets started, just enjoy it. Just have fun. Rest up, because come spring, you're going to be back out at it, working hard again. No one's setting their PR in late November and December in the marathon or the half. So just rest. And that will allow you to become a better athlete in the year ahead. Here's one thing that you can do if you're listening to this right now. I'm partnering up with my athlete from the Lions, Mike Preston, to organize a team to run at the Martin Richard 8K in Boston, Mass on December 4th, 2021. Mike's company, Revolution Realty, is sponsoring the team and offering to pay for free registration for anyone who would like to join it. So if you're interested, reach out to me. I'm at knightonruns@gmail.com, or you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Send me a message. Let me know you'd like to join the team and run with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's in my old neighborhood in Brighton in Boston. And it is a race that's going to support a great cause. Anyone who wants to join our team is welcome to do so. It won't cost you a thing. And we just want to help support this cause, raise awareness about the Martin Richard Foundation. And it will support what I'm doing here at Knighton Runs and Mike over at Revolution Realty as well. So come run with us. Love to run with you in person. And there's nothing better to do than a short, fast race in December. I love that distance. I'm excited to get out there and hammer some of the hills. It is a hilly course, but that will be fun. That's all for today. My name is Coach Chris Knighton. Thanks so much for listening, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.